the IDF and Shin Bet have been assessing the possibility of coordinated attacks by foreign threats in a car bombing and shooting attack in Gush Etzion in the early morning hours between Friday and Saturday. IDF Chief of Staff Herzi Halevi and regional brigade heads conducted a situational assessment of the scene. The IDF announced that it emphasized the continuation of offensive efforts to stop terrorism in its tracks. The security forces estimated that the attack was planned to be particularly deadly and to create a reality-changing event, Israeli media reported on Saturday. 2 car bombs were supposed to explode simultaneously in Karmi Tzur, in the West Bank, as well as a nearby site. The attackers came from Hebron and were in contact, attempting to coordinate their attacks. The 2 terrorists killed in the overnight attack were identified as Hebron residents in their 20s. Israeli media reported their names as Mohammed Arsen Yakin Marka, who was eliminated following the gas station explosion, and Zadi Nadal Taufik Abu Afifa, who was neutralized in Karmi Tzur. According to security forces, the explosives in the 2 vehicles that exploded were not standard. Several kilograms of explosives were detected. Security forces attend to the scene of car bombing attacks in Gush Etzion, West Bank, August 31, 2024. Security forces are investigating the possibility of a 3rd vehicle. Following the attack, the IDF set up roadblocks on traffic routes in the northern part of the city of Hebron and began to conduct extensive searches in the area. The IDF also closed the Cave of the Patriarchs. Foreign agents may have been involved. Israeli security forces are investigating whether the attacks were planned and directed by foreign threats. Following a car explosion at a gas station in Gush Etzion, security forces deemed that the explosion came prematurely due to technical malfunction. The terrorist carrying out the attack tried to flee from the scene but was shot by IDF troops and security. Stay updated with the latest news. Around midnight, the terrorist driving the 2nd car bomb managed to break through the gate of the Karmi Tzur settlement. Security agents acted decisively and rammed the attacking vehicle, causing it to explode. The IDF announced that after an assessment on both incidents, the terrorists intended to place the vehicles in crowded areas and then detonate them while launching a shooting attack at passers-by and rescue forces. The IDF noted that in both cases, the terrorists fired at the forces, and the Etzion brigade commander was lightly wounded in a fight with the terrorist at the gas station in the Gush Etzion junction. The IDF praised the actions of the settlement security guard, as well as the performance of the forces who acted resolutely against the terrorists. These attacks came after 2 attacks occurred Friday night in the same area of Gush Etzion, where firefighters from the Judea regional station operated at both scenes. The first incident occurred shortly after 11:21 p.m. at the Gush Etzion junction, when a car bomb exploded at a gas station. Firefighters heard the explosion and felt the blast wave from their nearby station and arrived at the scene, according to Israel Fire and Rescue. We continued firefighting efforts due to concerns about additional ammunition in the vehicle that could endanger the security forces, a senior fire official said to Israeli media. While the teams were dealing with the impact of the initial incident, another report was received about a car fire in Karmi Tzur. Additional teams were dispatched, finding 2 burning vehicles, one belonging to terrorists who tried to infiltrate the settlement, and the other to the settlement security guard who prevented the entry. The 2nd vehicle was loaded with ammunition, presenting an additional challenge for the firefighters, Israeli media reported. Deputy Chief Tamir Erez, commander of the Judea regional station, spoke on the events. During the months of war, and even before that, we dealt with terror incidents in the station's area. Events like those we experienced last night represent an escalation and bring us back to the rounds of escalation we faced in previous years. Erez emphasized that the impact of its force's immediate response, crediting its readiness. Firefighters are alert and ready to respond quickly and save lives in any event they are called to, in cooperation with the IDF, Israel Police, and all other relevant bodies. Palestinian media has reported arrests were made in Hebron on Saturday afternoon, after the attacks. This is an article from the Jerusalem Post at August 31, 2024. Please check the link at the description. Pictures gotten from internet and may not correlate with the audio. If you like the video, please subscribe. Thank you for listening.